The Kansas City Chiefs have some big defensive stars this year, and some of them are looking to get paid going into next offseason, and a star cornerback is already in contract talks. We'll dive into that a little more, and also some other Kansas City Chiefs news to report. With that, let's cut the chit chat and let's have some fun. Bye week is officially behind us, and now the Kansas City Chiefs gotta get ready, gotta get prepared, because the game of the year is on the horizon. Yes, it is the Super Bowl rematch. It's the game everybody has been waiting for. It's crazy. I said that actually a couple weeks ago because everyone was waiting on the highly anticipated fireworks show, which may not have lived up to the hype with the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs in Germany. Well, rinse, cycle, repeat. Let's do it all over again because we got another tough game on the agenda. And with the game on the agenda, you already know what that means. Yes, we are back. We are going live Monday night, so you already know what to do. If you do not want to miss out, please be sure to hit that bell icon. Please be sure to like that stream. That way you stay notified, you don't miss out on anything, and you are ready to go once Monday night is around the corner, because trust me, you do not want to miss out on that. And also, I got another announcement. If you haven't seen, just shortly ago, I posted a giveaway. Yes, it is the first giveaway I have ever done on the channel. So this is something very new to me, but I wanted to give back. I wanted to show appreciation because a lot of you guys really do support the channel and you tune into each and every one of my videos, and I really do appreciate it. It means so much to me. So it's just a small gesture, there we go, and small giveaway, and it's something I look forward to doing in the future as well. It is on my community post, so please be sure to go see that post. It is very simple. All you gotta do is be subscribed to the channel and comment Chiefs Kingdom, and you are entered in the giveaway. I will also put the link on this video as well. That way, if it is difficult for some people to get to, you guys have access to that as well. Also, I will have more updates moving forward because I do not know when I'm gonna close it or when I will announce the winners, but I will have answers to that all coming up shortly, so please stay tuned. But now, let's push the announcements to the side and let's get to the Kansas City Chiefs news. And we had some news today, and it is in regards to the Kansas City Chiefs bringing back a familiar face. Yes, the name, it's a 6th round pick. Defensive tackle, Keondre Coburn. He was recently released by the Kansas City Chiefs a few weeks ago. They were hoping to retain him and put him on the practice squad, but yes, those Broncos, they got him. They nabbed him up, and he ended up pulling off a victory with the Denver Broncos against the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, yesterday, the Denver Broncos released him, and now the Kansas City Chiefs finally get to make right and put him on the practice squad. I think at the end of the day, this is a great signing. It's a player who has potential at the defensive tackle position, but Chiefs Kingdom, can we relax a little bit? Because it's funny, all over social media, you would swear, once Keondre Coburn got released, it was like the Kansas City Chiefs released the next coming of Neil Smith. Chiefs Kingdom was furious with it, and they didn't understand why he was released. He's like a bridge player that is hard and was struggling to make the 53-man roster, and the Chiefs thought they can get him on the practice squad. It didn't work out that way initially, and it sucks that he was with the Broncos, but they got him back. All is right, but man, a lot of y'all was angry. If he was a bigger impact, I would understand it, but this is the guy who has potential, raw talent that needs to be molded, and don't expect much this year, but he is someone to keep your eyes out for in the future. Now, let's get to the big reports today, the big rumors, and a lot of people are surprised with it, and it's not really much to make headline worthy or newsworthy, but it did bright and early. And we all know that Kansas City going into this next offseason has huge potential players they need to re-sign. Chris Jones is the main one, and then you look at guys like Willie Gay, Drew Tranquill, Mike Edwards, the list goes on and on. But I missed one name, and that is because it's the guy we're gonna discuss right here, right now, and it's L'Jarius Sneed. And the reports from Jeremy Fowler are saying that Him and the Kansas City Chiefs front office are having discussions on a potential new contract extension. Again, it's talks. So there's really not much to make of it because the Kansas City Chiefs have had talks with guys like Chris Jones, Tyrann Mathieu, and things like that. And we've seen them go good and we've seen them go not so good. So right now it's talks. It's not much to make of it. But it did pique my interest because if I was to ask myself this question before the season started, while Chris Jones was holding out, and if you pose the question, say, who should the Kansas City Chiefs sign? Chris Jones or L'Jarius Sneed? Because one of those dudes are going to get a big contract. Actually, both of those dudes are getting big contracts, but I don't believe both of them will from the Kansas City Chiefs. And I was heavily sold in saying Chris Jones, signed, sealed, delivered, give that man whatever he wants. And I still really believe that. A lot of people believe he's on a dry spell right now because he hasn't got the sacks that he did to start the season off. Guys, he's fighting off a lot of double teams and he's fighting off a lot of pressures, and he helps the other guys like Mike Dana, George Karlaftis, Charles Omenihu get those one-on-ones and get to the quarterback. So his presence is still very much needed. But looking at what L'Jarius Sneed has done this year, he has taken his game to a whole nother level to where when we used to speak heavily on L'Jarius Sneed, it was, man, he is a Swiss Army knife. He's all around the field, and he has that special blitz package that Spags just loves to draw up. What he has added to his repertoire this year, man, he is a lockdown corner, it seems like. He has been up against some of the best wide receivers in the league. And when we talk about the best, we are talking about the Keenan Allens, the Justin Jeffersons, the Tyreek Hills, and he has held his own. He has been a legit cornerback who has had his island. And now I'm begging the question, I may want to keep him over Chris Jones. Now hear me out, because this is not the route that Brett Veach tends to take. And we've seen it in the last few years where even Charvarius Ward, a good up-and-coming cornerback, is having a great career with the San Francisco 49ers. But Brett Veach didn't mind it because he knows one thing he excels in the draft is the cornerback position. And he brought in guys like Trent McDuffie, Joshua Williams, Jalen Watson, young up-and-comer Nick Jones. He is good at the cornerback position. But L'Jarius Sneed brings a different package than any of those cornerbacks, and even than Charvarius Ward as well. And also, looking more in depth as well, I like having two cornerbacks that are shutdowns, that have their islands, that make coverage and life for quarterbacks so much difficult. And I feel like I could cope with losing Chris Jones a little more. And I know that's a little sour and sweet for a lot of people's liking. And I would really love to see Chris Jones end his career as a Kansas City Chief. But let's not ignore the elephant in the room as well. And it has nothing to do with Chris Jones' contract. But one thing the Kansas City Chiefs struggle with immensely, and their defense has been phenomenal this year, they give up a lot of rushing yards, and teams can eat them up in the run game. And we do not have a solidified defensive tackle in the middle that can just clog the middle. And Chris Jones, he moves everywhere. But one thing, it hasn't been helping stopping the run. So if you move on from a guy like Chris Jones, maybe you adjust the defense to have a pure defensive tackle, nose tackle that is a run stuffer and can stop that. And I don't believe that your pass rushers take a dip as well, because we're seeing guys rise to the occasion. Now, Chris Jones, as I mentioned, helps that immensely. But George Karlaftis, he's on pace for 10 sacks, and he would be going into year 3 and getting ready to go. And then Charles Omenihu, he looks like the real deal as well. And then Mike Dana is the perfect rotational pass rusher. And then we finally get to see more of Felix Anudike-Uzomah going into his second year. And we know it's a rookie curse when it comes to Coach Reid. Rookies don't tend to eat in this system, whether you're on the offense or defense. But expect to see more of Felix Anudike-Uzomah at the end of the year and going into next year. But man, I would love to see L'Jarius Sneed stay as a Chief. Now, will that happen? I don't know. Money talks, and he's got to fit what Brett Veach wants. But I do believe the Kansas City Chiefs will try, because I really believe Steve Spagnuolo loves L'Jarius Sneed. I think he loves him more than he's loved any other cornerback. And I think the idea of having 2 lockdown cornerbacks may be more persuasive than breaking the bank for Chris Jones. I don't know. But even if that, maybe the Kansas City Chiefs can make it work to where you keep both of them. I know. It's kind of a pipe dream. And like I mentioned, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to be busy this offseason, but we shouldn't be focusing on the offseason. I just wanted to discuss it because that was a report that came out. I wanted to pose it to Chiefs Kingdom as well. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. So let's leave that for the question of this video. Who would you rather want to re-sign at the end of the season? Chris Jones or L'Jarius Sneed? With that, Chiefs Kingdom, I'm checking out. We're getting done with this offseason talk. We still got 7 weeks of the regular season and then playoff football. We ain't got no time to get too dwindled up in the offseason. We got to keep focusing on these game-by-game actions, and we got the Super Bowl rematch on deck. As I mentioned, we're going live. So please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Do like this video. With that, I'm checking out. Y'all take care. Peace.